the scenic vista that overlooks Championship Soccer Stadium in Irvine. We welcome you to Orange County and the USL Championship on ESPN+. 2 thumbs up from Gnarly tonight for this matchup. Orange County in 7th. Welcome Birmingham in 10th. Wild Wing excited for this. So too Brooke Kirchhofer, Mike Watts alongside. If you look at Orange County, this is a side in great form until they run into the Tulsa buzzsaw last time out. What did they bring to the table?
They come out of that one with a 1-0 loss, but they played down a man for 70 minutes and still won the possession battle. Their head coach was happy with the way they showed toughness and grit. And if you were watching, you didn't know that Stephen Kelly got the straight red card and was out of the game. They were able to handle it, and they're going to be looking for Ethan Zubak to really pick apart this Birmingham back line. He's so dangerous in and around the box. He's good about breaking down weaknesses. 6 goals so far on the season. Can he add to that?
He is our Liuna player to watch. Zubak's been on a heater of late. 6 goals on the season. Now take a look at Birmingham, and you can say under Tommy Sohn, they were known for one thing, being competitive. And yet the wheels have fallen off. They missed the playoffs last year. 1 win in their last 8 under Mark Briggs. Where are they at this stage of the year?
Mark Briggs is trying to galvanize his group to make a push to get into the playoffs. He is trying to change the energy and the culture, and he was able to see that a little bit in their last match, led by Ronaldo Dumas, who has just been so great on the pitch.
Yeah, Ronaldo Dumas, 9 goals this season, leads the club, and of course won the championship final MVP in 2021 against the Rowdies with Orange County. Damas will be the focal point tonight for the Legion as they come to Orange County with their eyes on a critical 3 points after Indy lost earlier this evening at the Eastern playoff line. So we're closing in on kickoff tonight. We'll show you the lineups. Both sides have made changes. Birmingham and Orange County are coming your way next here on ESPN+.
At the Pickup Family Neurosciences Institute, we function as a unit. Neurosurgery and neurology, physical medicine and rehab, physical therapy. It's patient-focused, patient-centered care. The future of the neurosciences at Hoag is filled with promise. We are at the cusp of incredible advancements and innovations that are truly going to transform medical care and its delivery. Patients don't just get a doctor when they come to Hoag, they get Team Hoag.
I'm Jay, and as founder of Omega, I understand that as a business owner, you've got a lot in your mind. Let the tax credit ninjas at Omega get you the money. It's rightfully yours. It's not too late to score big on tax credits, but you gotta act fast.
Kids grow up fast. You know when I first started noticing it? When I stopped getting hugs. With Command IQ, I found a way to get the hugs back. Watch.
Dad, the Wi-Fi is down.
Oh, let me see if I can fix it.
It's back. Thanks, Dad. You're the best.
With Command IQ, you can bring the hugs back.
RAV4 hybrid shoppers, listen up. You're paying more and getting less. The all-new Mazda CX-50 hybrid packs the same Toyota trusted hybrid powertrain, but delivers premium performance and more luxury. Why pay RAV4 prices when you get more with the CX-50 hybrid? And while Toyota dealers struggle with inventory, we have CX-50 hybrids in stock now at Tustin Mazda. Better tech, better value. Skip the wait. Buy a Mazda CX-50 hybrid now at Tustin Mazda. Think hybrid, think Mazda.
Tonight's broadcast is presented by Raising Cane's. Orange County and Birmingham ready to match up on this Saturday night. And we take a look at the starting lineups presented by Zulfagari Law. And for Orange County, one change they had to make it. Ciota enters in for the suspended Stephen Kelly.
And taking a look a little bit forward in front of him, Ben Alcazar coming off that right wing. They're going to be looking for him to attack. He's a guy who can really defend, but it's more important when he can get forward and can handle the ball in opponent's attacking third. Zubak will be looking for him.
6 goals, leads all scorers for Orange County on the year for Ethan Zubak. Take a look at the starting lineup. Conversely for Birmingham, no McCartney, no Pasher. There's some big names out for them, but they do have a newcomer in at outside back.
They do. Jackson Travis will be the starting left back for the Birmingham Legion. They've been looking for the right fit in that position. They found the guy who is athletic enough, is good on that strong side of the field for the Legion. As we know, they like to build out of the left side.
And so Birmingham trying to pick up what would be one of their biggest wins of the season here on the road. And Ronaldo Damas back like he never left. He scores double-digit goals in Orange County, takes them to the championship final, earns the move overseas to Sweden, and now gets the chance to come back here with Birmingham tonight. You know, as we speak to these coaches, you get to a third of the season remaining, and if you can just squeak into the playoffs when you're sitting 7th, sitting 10th, that's great. You also have your eyes on something even greater, and Damas and Orange County have already accomplished that in previous iterations. It makes this game with about a third of the season left fairly important for both sides.
It absolutely does, and they have been asking Damas to do more. That's been the challenge from his head coach. He showed that last week, that he can press at teams' back lines at pace. The same pace for 90 minutes. He defends well in transition and can score from range. It's just about finishing the chances. That wasn't an issue for Birmingham last week. They were able to create. It was a matter of finishing in the attacking third.
So Orange County aligns themselves for a photo about a minute and a half behind schedule here tonight. Oh, Wild Wing got in on this picture. That's a blessing. Where's Gnarly? Probably in the background of the Birmingham picture, if I had to guess. So they take the field here in Orange County. This is such a depleted team. It's a side tonight that has 4 academy players within the squad. And can they continue to compete despite this seemingly unending laundry list of injuries? Orange County sitting a tie for 7th coming in, their 4-game unbeaten streak, a thing of the past after that red card derailed them in Tulsa. A loss at the hands of the Western Conference leader, who have been flying for months. Danny Stone leading this Orange County squad. It is his first full season at the helm. Interim a season ago, was named 12 months and 1 day ago as the head coach here at Orange County. Had that tremendous finish last year with just 1 loss in their final 9 games. A team as equipped as any to reach the championship final before their ouster in the conference semifinal at the hands of Colorado Springs. So Birmingham ready to get the first touch here this evening. Gnarly joins the County Line Coalition for pregame festivities, a photo, and hopefully for him, a cool drink too. Birmingham gets the first touch, and here we go. It is Orange County hosting Birmingham Legion, 2 teams with strong playoff hopes. A significant 3 points on the line tonight in Irvine. Flick on to Martinez. And passed away from Tregarthen. Corbin May, our referee here this evening. Wonderful work by the ball kid. Joshua give and go. And ushered to the line.
Good look there early on for Birmingham, too, to drive that front post. Just a little too much touch on that one. Good look at the net, though, early on for Birmingham.
Shuttler drives it away. Start number 20 of the season for him. Sella. Ooh, that's a nutmeg that makes the highlight reel. And ahead for Ronaldo Damas. The physical traits I think Orange County fans are going to remember very fondly for Ronaldo Damas. He scored some great goals with his technical talent, but when he got in behind, he was off in a runaway train.
He just goes. The pace that he's able to play at for 90 minutes is what you want on your roster.
Nothing to that. Corbin May fails to blow his whistle. Martinez floats this in over the top. Shuttler came for it. Net's empty. Diving header is in. Amir Daly. His first goal in the championship. And that is a shocker for Orange County inside 3 minutes.
Mark Briggs told us it wasn't a matter of opportunities. It was about finishing, and it's so good to see Birmingham check that off within the first 5 minutes. Great run in, great timed run in as he recognizes driving front post, a great chip shot, and puts it right on frame. A beautiful goal there by Amir Daly.
Right place, right time, and if you can believe this tonight, that is the third goal scored in 3 minutes or less in the league tonight.
Birmingham wanted to establish, too, a presence against this Orange County team on the road at their place that, hey, look, we're not out of it. We still want to make a push for the playoffs. We feel like we've got the right guys, even though, as I'm looking at my board that's got a lot of color, that's not a good thing. That means there's a lot of guys out. Yeah. And the fact that they were able to put one away early, what that does confident-wise for this group is huge.
Well, here's something that can add to your confidence, too. I mentioned 3 teams now have scored inside 3 minutes. Pittsburgh got a goal from Charles Hall in 2 minutes, lost. Romario Williams in Indy, 2 minutes, they lost. So Orange County still has it all out in front of them. That's a dangerous ball that Joshua will chase down into the corner. Thiago. Daly attempted the give and go off of Damas, and Orange County rushing out the other way. Guimaraes lost his footing and continues to press at Kavita. Comes back to the Van Okel stand-in, Fernando Delgado. I'm going to assume that you scored early in many games that you were involved in, or that your team did. Not that you conceded early in many games, but you aren't really changing your game plan over one moment this early in the game, are you?
No, you know what it is? It's a wake-up call. It is recognizing we did not get it started the way that we wanted to. How do we bring the juice now to replicate that? And if you look back at what Orange County did in there, lost to Tulsa, which we have to highlight that they played majority down a man. They did a lot of defending in their own half because of the high press they were facing. Well, that's exactly what they're going to see against Birmingham. So you at least got a little taste of it last week. They should be prepared for it in this match.
Damas was upended by Nico Benalcazar. And Ashton Miles circles over. Let's take a look at our keys to the game presented by Patterson Auto. Well, for Birmingham, stingy and ruthless, that was ruthless.
It sure was. They want to be stingy in their own box. They felt like they gave up an uncharacteristic goal last week, and then they want to be ruthless when they're in the attack.
That picked up by Delgado, and then consistency the other way.
Absolutely. For Orange County, they're still trying to figure out, okay, who are we? We've got a lot of new faces on the pitch right now dealing with injuries. Can we find a level of consistency? Because they did say they found balance. Now, I don't know how you can't have balance and consistency in the same phrase, but they have balance. It's the consistency that's missing.
Pressure from Jamison wrestles Birmingham all the way back toward their own end line, and Kavita launching toward half field.
You know Danny Stone much better than I do. What's the conversation he's having right now with his group after conceding a goal within the first two?
Not our first rodeo,
Yeah.
would be my guess. I think that's not the exact phrasing that the Englishman would use, but I think that's the right paraphrase. Such an uncharacteristic moment, too, because Shuttler comes out for that, and it's no man's land. No whistle here. The crowd engages with the referee on that fact. Joshua forward. Damas hits it right at Shuttler.
And you see a little frustration flying up the right side. He recognizes that. You had free runners streaking up the right side of the field, which is a big part of why they scored the first goal. You had free runners here. Dumas testing the goalkeeper early. Can you continue to find the open man? Apologies, Damas, on that pronunciation.
Orange County will walk it forward out of the back and as far away from Ronaldo Damas as they can. Samoda. Settled by Miles. Hagart, he and Silla have worked up quite a strong partnership over the last couple of months. Hagart now.
Love the patience there from Birmingham, too, who they know Orange County likes to load the midfield. They're saying, you know what, we'll lay off. We'll let you have that, but we're going to stack that back line and make sure nobody's free.
And you and I are talking to Mark Briggs about trying to get the culture right, conceding less. That doesn't mean outrunning every opponent either.
Right.
This is a really strong structure.
I agree. It's making sure you keep numbers in front of you and just, you can concede space, just not in behind.
The ball floated out to touch. Kept in by Ciota. Just his third start of the season. Lobbed across and out beyond Amir Daly. Amir Daly scoring the goal here in the 3rd minute of play. Jeff Lorenowitz described him as a leader and a top pro at FC Cincinnati too, but the chance to step up from the occasional moment in CONCACAF Champions Cup and a cup of coffee on the bench at FC Cincinnati, but primarily featuring in MLS Next Pro, to getting an opportunity to play now in what Lorenowitz described as a high-intensity environment in the championship. He got acquired on loan now 11 days ago from Cincinnati. The dividends have been immediate. An assist in his first game and a goal now. Hamoda tracks that down. Ball plays through. Birmingham into the final third. Flicked away from Tregarthen. Joshua trailing, isolating. Joshua hangs the cross toward Damas. With Daly awaiting, picked up by Guimaraes.
If you're Birmingham, go back to that give and go. They punished them up the left side, not able to get a scoring chance on it, but the fact that they just broke down that right side of the back line for Orange County is something you got to circle as you head into the rest of this match.
Something they attempted to accomplish on the other side a couple of moments ago too. Back from Martinez. Haggard. Let's take a look at tonight's injury report. It's presented by Zulfagari Law, and it reads like the walking wounded. No McCartney, Pasher, Mensa, Lacey out as well. Duty, long-term injury. Lime McKinnon's out. Partita, Brewitt. Kelly is suspended. I'm just glad they've got 22 players to start.
It's amazing at this point in the season that they are able to suit up with enough. And at this point too, you've got to be conscious of what you have on your bench.
Yeah.
What does the shape look like? How does that affect kind of how you're attacking? As we know, these teams will go into a high press if they want to. We have seen Orange County though have a low block, not really pressing a whole lot. And I think that's because of that long list you just read.
Well, it's funny, we jump on with Mark Briggs this morning, the Birmingham head coach. And it's your first game in the championship, so we welcome you into the team. But goes, well, you know, I hope we can give you a good game. And you go, I just hope no one else gets injured. But we all had a very awkward chuckle about that, going, yeah, that's right. That's a problem.
I know. Thank you for welcoming me. I'm happy to be here.
Yeah.
Apologies for the mispronunciation to start this one off, but so far, I think this is going to be still a treat to watch. Anytime you can see a goal scored in the first 5 minutes, that tells me Birmingham came out and has said, look, we want to prove that we're not just talking about it, we're being about it. All the conversations they've had about wanting to show they're a different team in terms of energy and galvanizing and being out on the pitch, they've shown that.
Well, there's not much better you can do than going to Orange County and winning. Orange County 6-2-1 at home. They've been excellent. And Birmingham, like so many teams going cross-country, don't exactly have a direct into John Wayne Airport either. They did arrive on Wednesday night and then trained on Thursday in the lead-up to this game. Ball whipped across by Martinez. He had lost the bun in his hair, and he was holding it up while launching that over to Damas.
Whatever it takes, another opportunity as we saw in the air. Damas just unable to get good pace in terms of the sprint onto it. As here we see, holds up the man bun, and Damas can't finish off. Hey, you got to finish it off if your teammate's laying it out like that.
Well, and some of us that wish we could still pull off the man bun are like, you do you, Enzo, well done.
He's in a little bit different of a climate.
Oh,
out
yeah,
here
that's
in
why.
Orange County.
Oh, yeah.
So he's showing off the hair right now is what it is. He doesn't get to let it hang out in Birmingham. It's a little too hot.
He's in the follicle best 11, I can tell you that. See, that's tight. That's how it was meant to be done. And Martinez, whose second career is going to be defense attorney, continues to argue the point with Corbin May. And as so often, Enzo Martinez will not win that argument. If you're new to the league, the Enzo Martinez experience is something that you should really treasure. The now 34-year-old midfield maestro for Birmingham, who really made his bones in Charlotte.
Yeah, and a North Carolina great, 2011 national champion.
Yeah.
South Carolina great, player of the year.
And now carded by Corbin May. So whatever argument he made earlier, he successfully evaded a card then, but not now.
Yeah, taking another look at this one, he left that foot out to make sure that that player did not get any more forward motion. You're not going to get away with that one.
I'm telling you, that's the experience I'm talking about.
Hey, I love it. I love the energy and the fire. Just listen, a player, you're down a guy who's usually in the starting rotation, who is out now with a straight red card from last week for Orange County. You know that those can be handed out. You just got to be a little careful.
And Enzo off the bench for just the third time this season last week. Hops back into the starting 11 this week. And immediately finds himself drawing the referee's ire. That's Kavita. To be fair, Stephen Kelly has become the most marked man among the pro referees since his arrival. Stephen Kelly has played 6 games, gotten 2 yellows and 2 reds. He keeps this up, he's going to find himself angling back to Livingston in no time flat.
Yeah, because you have to be able to have dependability at this point too.
You got to stay on the field.
Right.
And he has shown really good things when he's been on the field, but there is nothing worse as a player than going 70 minutes down a man and doing it in Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Listen, I'll raise up my right hand. I think I did that at one point in my career, and it was early in the game too. Doesn't feel good.
Nuh-uh.
You got to sit there on the bench with the rest of your group and just take a look and watch them play a man down.
They let you stay on the bench?
Oh yeah. Oh no, that was the
so much
punishment.
worse.
That was the
Yeah.
punishment.
I mean, in some leagues, you can actually sit in the first row and call the assistant coach when you have some issues after receiving a red card. That's neither here nor there. Whistle blows here. It's a Birmingham foul. And this one goes on Shashua. The loanee in from Minnesota United, who was acquired just over a month ago now, his 5th start. One of a handful of changes orchestrated in the window by Mark Briggs to reinforce the team the back half of the year. Ball knocked down, but not successfully lassoed by Orange County. It comes all the way back to Benalcazar.
You can see this back line is at least familiar in terms of training over the last couple weeks, familiar with one another. There's just a little bit of a disconnect, though, from your midfield to your front line. And I think that's just what it is right now for Orange County with a lot of new faces in.
Did escape the line. Win for Birmingham tonight. They'll have 8 games remaining, and they will be 1 point off the playoffs. For Orange County, a loss would leave them in a tie for 8th place. But if they were to come back and win this game, they move up rapidly. Into the final third they go now. Cutting on the bridge past Hamada, and then scorching up above the bar. Bryce Jamison. Jamison, who just got called into the U.S. Under-20 ID camp, nearly laying a glove on Birmingham.
Testing that 19-year-old goalkeeper in Fernando Delgado, who is in the net for Birmingham. He's obviously frustrated. A great ball forward there. He takes a really smart touch to cut it back, give himself a better look at the net. Soars right over.
Jamison already sold to the Colorado Rapids and then loaned back to the club. Mentioned he's part of the under-20 ID camp. The news came down that Tyson Espy, newly acquired from LAFC's academy, has been called in to the under-17 ID camp for the U.S. So Orange County continues to develop young talent and potentially put them in a game that could see them move, if they were to win this game, into a tie for 4th place. And they'd actually jump San Antonio for the moment on goal difference, pending tiebreakers later. Reaching the end line, sliced across, Jamison! That got blocked. The wave is rising now for Orange County, out to the halfway line where Miles settles.
You can't ask for a better service there from the left side, too. You had plenty of free bodies running into the box, just unlucky in terms of that first touch.
And then Orange County hands it away, and the tug at the jersey of Shashua will come with a yellow card. Second card issued tonight, one either way. This one belongs to Nico Benalcazar.
Yeah, and he'll look to argue this one as we take another look. It's just that final tug You take that away, just lock in, defend straight up. Anytime you see a jersey pull out of the shorts, you're asking to get carded. You're making it way too obvious.
Lee's saying he tugged my jersey first, and
I saw only one rip out of the shorts, so.
True enough. So that's why you always tuck in your shirt.
Always.
That tracks. I thought Sean Tosh was doing it for looks. This up towards Shuttler. He goes down, play continues, net's empty, and this header steered above the bar, and that is 2 awkward moments tonight for Colin Shuttler in goal.
You have to punish there when the goalkeeper is that far out off their line, caught way off, an opportunity to just slip it in. It doesn't have to be a cross in the air. I think in that opportunity, as you see off this set piece, focus in on this one touch here, needs to be on the ground, and somebody can just slip it in to where it's open because there's no goalkeeper in the net.
That Shuttler out of position twice now. Approaching the midway point of the first half. The goal came inside 3 minutes from Amir Daly. He's on the ball now for Birmingham Legion. Only meeting of the year between these two. With the addition of Jägermeister Cup, you play home and home everybody in your conference, but you only play 8 of the teams in the opposing conference, 4 home, 4 away. So this the indeed lone meeting between the sides. Thomas putting in work. And now Shashua. Ball brought down by Daly, and the touch got a bit loose. He had all the right ideas there.
Great adjustment by Daly there to position his body to get the ball down on a first touch, but great defending there by Orange County to recognize it and clear it out.
Jamison got dumped. Back to his feet and intervenes in the play. Approaching the end line now, and the cutback got cut off. Corner to Orange County. City side fiber corner kick here for Orange County. Delgado's 7th start this season. Sees this swing in, bounce all the way through, and the header is down and in. The equalizer from Ashton Miles. And we are on level terms in Irvine.
How about that for your first goal of the season for Orange County? Putting it away. What a great test here for Orange County. How would they handle this first corner kick? A great set piece, drawn up perfectly. And a great awareness, too, to recognize where the goalkeeper was and head it into the corner.
And the local kid from Lutheran High School bags his 2nd league goal, and yes, his first of 2025. Drawing a rare start. Ashton Miles pulling Orange County even with Birmingham. And the goal presented by Hogue sees Orange County join Louisville against Indy and Tampa Bay against Pittsburgh in having conceded inside 3 minutes and equalizing. The other two sides went on to win their matches earlier tonight. Orange County has their eyes on all 3 this evening. It's Jamison. And quite the slide from the newcomer Jackson Travis, or else Jamison was off to the races. Delgado, wow. That's a 19-year-old with a lot of confidence.
Danny Stone told us this week 2 things. We want to be more competitive, but we have to bring the intensity. We have to take it to other teams. We can't just keep letting it happen to us. Unfortunately, it did in the first few minutes of this match, but to respond off that first key set piece for them was huge.
How did you describe it? Wake-up call?
A little bit.
Haggard. Orange County starting to feel a bit more confident now. Into the pocket, dropped off. Silla got demolished. And what's interesting for Birmingham, earlier this year, they'd give up a goal and the response wasn't right. They gave up a goal last week, and you see Delgado frazzled, I think is a good word that I think you used to describe it when you spoke to Mark Briggs. How do you respond now on the road? You had the lead, you've given it away. Haggard, that's blocked. Appeal for a handball. It's still on for Orange County. Back heel, Haggard overrun for it, and the run out is on for Birmingham the other way. Ball ushered through by Tregarthen, comes to Enzo Martinez. It's a great switch of play. What can they do with it now? That overlapping option wide, that deflected. And back from Travis. Kavita. Daly. Martinez spins, curls this in front, Damas! Damas! It is an all too familiar sight for Orange County fans. It's now at their expense. Ronaldo Damas pulling the Legion back in front.
You give him an inch and he takes a mile. It only took just that little bit of space off that defender and he punishes. As we take another look at this one, a great ball in. Just that one push off. He gets enough space to get his left foot around it and put it in an area. That goalkeeper has no chance. What a goal there by Damas.
Playoff Damas became a thing of legend. 9 games, 9 goals. He was a practical guarantee. The Haitian flag is flying in the corner and he's gone to acknowledge it. He was actually draped in the Haitian flag after he won the USL Championship final and was interviewed on the field post-game. Gone on to a number of caps with Haiti. And for Mark Briggs, he did say, if we get him going, we've got a real chance to make some noise.
He's a special player, not just in terms of what he does on the pitch, but what he can do vocally for this group. You were just asking me how goalkeeper Fernando Delgado responds, and I love what Coach Briggs said. He says, it's not just the keeper, it's a team problem. We all get down. You have to rely on your leaders, especially when you've got a young kid in the net trying to make a name for himself with this group and show that, hey, look, I know I'm not just somebody you've got to throw in here to have a body. I don't want to be a liability. I want to be a part of this group. When he can lean on the leaders around him like Damas and communicate with his back line, this team can have success.
Guimaraes booting that over the line. Cutting inside again off this edge for Birmingham. And again, Orange County, this instance, break it up. And Jamison hits it long to Ethan Zubak. Spinning on Hamoda. And reinforcements arrive. Zubak continues. And from nothing, he's earned a corner.
We saw how dangerous they were Last time around, first corner of the match, able to put one in the back of the net. Birmingham has to be on their keys here.
City side fiber corner kick. It was Ashton Miles in the 24th that equalized from a moment just like this. Guimaraes will take the set piece. Hangs this up, back post, and the service a bit too far to really do much of anything with it in the end. Our annual Corporate Cup is coming back around September 19th. Corporate Cup, a 7v7 co-ed adult soccer tournament, raising money for our OCSC Foundation's Soccer for All programs. Think your organization has what it takes to win the trophy? Register now, orangecountysoccer.com/corporate cup. I think we can throw you in there in a 7v7. What a move. Silla blocked. Goes skidding out. And then foul whistled.
Taking another look at this, you can't ask for better shot blocking from your center back, recognizing where he's at, laying out and being that wall in front of your goalkeeper. That's how you bring up a 19-year-old goalkeeper's confidence, that right there.
And Usman Silla, as good a chance as you're going to get pouring out of midfield, pretty much unperturbed. Jamison. Daly in the 3rd, Miles in the 24th, Damas in the 29th. Throw to Orange County and Guimaraes. That's Thomas providing a hassling pressure. This man just ran a marathon.
He just wants to make sure his coach doesn't say he's fake defending.
What a line from Mark Briggs. And I know you know exactly what he means by it. Ball tapped inside to Hagart. Swung over to Nico Benalcazar. Trotting in, Ryan Dogman hits the cross. Skews up from Hamoda, back across the face. Martinez is getting cute, but did the job.
Another great bit of defending there from the center back.
All right, we're sitting with Mark Briggs, and we're talking about how does Ronaldo Damas continue to impact beyond goals. And he describes the concept of fake defending.
So how it came about is I brought up, he's pretty impressive to watch. You know, in that last match, he just seemed like that engine ran for 90 minutes. And he said, well, I don't know about 90 minutes. Fake defending is when a forward will just run in the way of a defender and just let him blow right past him. And as a former holding mid, I wish I knew. I wish I had that line as quickly as he did about fake defending, because that's pretty amazing. Because that's exactly what drives your back line and your holding mids nuts.
Because you run right by him. You've done nothing to affect play.
It's all
they
for
walk
show.
right by you, and then now they're running right at your holding midfielder.
Who's
no
on an
one
island.
Yeah, that's right.
And it's all for show, to show, but no, I think credit to Damas.
Yeah.
He has, that's not been the case for him in this one tonight.
Silla opens play up here. Back from Ciota. How a center forward leads a press, how they shape the game to one side of the field or the other. They have way more impact than the 1 in a million shot that they're going to thief the ball off a guy. And so when we talk about defending for a striker, a lot of it can go unnoticed. Damas never goes unnoticed. But the idea of fake defending, I think, is an intriguing one regardless, right?
Absolutely. It was a great one-liner from the head coach, kind of a tongue-in-cheek moment there.
Yeah.
And a credit to his outside forwards. They also are very much a part of the press. It starts with him in the middle of the field, of course, as the striker, but the stress it puts on a back line can be the difference in a match.
And if you think back to some of the strikers and forwards that Mark Briggs had during a really successful tenure at Sacramento that ended last year, he expects a lot, and more often than not, he's gotten a lot and won a lot as a result. Gumaraya is trotting out of midfield and trying to orchestrate. Dogman. Hagart. And Alcazar. Here's Latinovic. He and Zubak welcoming babies into their families in a couple-day stretch. Like me, probably also not sleeping very much these days.
Very cool. Very cool, though, to hear that on the call in terms of their wives actually, babies came the same day.
Yeah.
So cool to hear that. Of course, one of them had to fly back to Serbia, so that threw a wrench into things in terms of scheduling, but congratulations. Babies and mom are all healthy. Exciting for them.
And Zubak became like the greatest scorer in the league since welcoming a child into the world, so that always helps.
What do they call it? Dad strength? I know they mention it sometimes in the NFL, where in training camp a dad comes in, first-time dad, and they act a little different. They got a little chip on their shoulder.
Thomas trying to chase this down. Somehow he got to it, too. Leaning that back. Enzo Martinez chopping it up, slipping it through. End line service. Will carry him out for a Birmingham corner with about 5 minutes to play in this first half.
Much better defending on the right side of their back line, as well, as they were struggling in the beginning of this one. They've been able to get much more numbers to go up against that left attack.
Corner whipped across. That is Shuttler getting put on the ground again, but it's out of the reach of Enzo Martinez.
Man, a missed opportunity there, and you can tell he's feeling it, frustrated with that one, unable to connect.
Alcazar. For Jamison. Wow, he kept it in. Jamison goes down. He just won a penalty. Bryce Jamison did that all by himself. That is a stunning bit of skill for Bryce Jamison. Holy smokes, that's a highlight.
This could be the difference in this match. The ability to get there and just get the flick, and you see him trying to have a little bit of trickery once he flicks the ball over the defender's head, tries to get it on that left foot, and it's just too much there.
Kavita got him, yeah. Take the penalty or not, Bryce Jamison earned it. Wow.
He did, and Kavita knows better. You saw the reaction he had, frustrated with himself, but that's what happens when you get beat. You're trotting back, and then you're out of position to have a face-to-face foul. And you have to recognize when you're fouling from behind there where you're at on the field. That can't happen in the box.
That is wild skill. Now, Next Pro has a ton of penalties at the end of games because they don't have draws. But in terms of in-game penalties that Fernando Delgado has seen, he's faced 5, saved 2, conceded 3. Ethan Zubak heads to the spot. 6 goals on the season, and Orange County could pull level for a second time tonight. Ethan Zubak scores! Jamison earned it. Zubak cashes in. 2-2 shortly before the half.
That's a tough spot for Fernando Delgado to be in. You could tell he didn't pick a spot. He tried to distract him a little bit, jumping up and down, trying to get in his head. Wrong guy to do that against. You got to pick a side against Ethan Zubak, who is just clinical. Anytime he has a moment like that on a penalty kick, equalizer there for Orange County. And then again, I think this could shift the momentum now for this group.
And that is his 4th goal in the last 6 games. It is presented by Hogue. It comes at the penalty spot. And Zubak is now just 4 for 6 in his career from the spot. He missed one against Rico Rosarena that proved academic in a game that Orange County smoked Vegas 4-0 back in July. And Ethan Zubak adds his 7th tally of the season.
Man, depending on how this one ends up, somebody's buying dinner for Bryce Jamison for what the effort that it took to flick that ball up over the back of the defender and then be there catching the other center back on his back foot, and he fouls you in a position that he should know better not to foul in the box.
And he's going away from goal, right?
And of course you don't want to, it's so hard, right, as a center back. You can't just lay out and not put a body on him, and just a tough spot to be in. Birmingham's back line just got beat.
And it's the effort of Jamison that proves the separator. 2 goals to 2. I all but begged Mark Briggs for goals in this game, and we got him. Goodness, did we get him.
I'd imagine the tone he had with us on the call is a little more chipper, right? Now the attitude has to be raised a little bit.
This is going to skim through, and it's Orange County into the final third again. We enter into stoppage time. 2 added minutes. This deflecting wide of Delgado. Stoppage time is presented by Zulfagari Law. That's Benalcazar from distance. It's a corner.
Wow, huge opportunity here for Orange County. Can they capitalize on this next corner?
City side fiber corner kick. Looks like a Scooby-Doo ghost town with the amount of orange smoke they've poured out. Knocked across to that front stick. And Zubak absorbs the punishment and can't do anything with it.
Unlucky. That's kind of just tough positioning, too, to try and whip your head around and find the back of the net there. I think if he would have lifted that ball just a little bit more to the back post, you get a better look.
Well, I know you've been watching a lot of championship games, but fair to say this has lived up to the billing. 4 goals in this first half. And maybe there's more to be had here. Coming in off the left, and ball tapped away from Travis. What do you make of the first 47 minutes?
Hey, sign me up for more if this is how every championship match is going to be. I can't promise that everyone I'm going to be on is going to produce this many goals this early on, but this is showing 2 teams trying to establish that, hey, we're not out of it. We still have fight in us. We have young players, but we feel like we have developed in a way. Credit to both head coaches. They talked about the development, just how good teachers they are with bringing in young players on a week's notice and getting them involved in the lineup. I think it's a credit to what these head coaches have instilled in their groups.
Daly's only been here for 11 days, scores. Jackson Travis starts at wingback tonight, just arrived this week for Birmingham. Orange County continuing to juggle the injuries, the suspension. Well, it's Miles who pulls the initial equalizer out of his hat. And then Bryce Jamison sets up Ethan Zubak at the spot in the 43rd after goals from Daly and Damas put Birmingham in leading positions, and they have since squandered them both. Coming up at halftime, we'll show you news and notes from around the USL Championship as Orange County has proven not to have a glass jaw on this occasion. Daly, the diving header, a more traditional header from Miles. And then it's Damas, followed by Zubak. It's 2-2 at the half.
Why is Crystal Geyser Alpine Spring Water different? It's because we only bottle the best alpine spring water, less than 1.5 miles from the natural spring source. And we're committed to preserving and managing those springs to ensure that they stay pristine. So when you want the best water nature has to offer, the choice is crystal clear. Crystal Geyser Alpine Spring Water. Always bottled at the natural spring source.
At the Kickoff Family Neurosciences Institute, we function as a unit. Neurosurgery and neurology, physical medicine and rehab, physical therapy. It's patient-focused, patient-centered care. The future of the neurosciences at Hoag is filled with promise. We are at the cusp of incredible advancements and innovations that are truly going to transform medical care and its delivery. Patients don't just get a doctor when they come to Hoag, they get Team Hoag.
I'm Jay, and as founder of Omega, I understand that as a business owner, you've got a lot in your mind. Let the tax credit ninjas at Omega get you the money. That's rightfully yours. It's not too late to score big on tax credits, but you gotta act fast.
We're back at Championship Soccer Stadium. Birmingham Legion has done a tremendous job of building up their academy in Alabama. Meanwhile, in Orange County, they talk about the next wave and the pathway to Europe. It all starts with the USL Academy.
No one said it would be easy, but the USL Academy to professional pathway is blazing a successful trail. More than 10 players on USL rosters are Academy products with professional contracts. A big deal and a big decision. Why? The pathway includes options. For many prospects, that's college soccer. Finn Sundstrom plays for North Carolina FC on an academy contract. He now has valuable pro experience, but remains an amateur player. A different path is played out in Phoenix. 17-year-old Jamison Ping, a Phoenix Rising Academy member since age 12, was signed to a professional contract. This is now his career. Andy Chapman from Phoenix Rising FC joins us now. And Andy, Jamison Ping is very special to you because you've seen his process really from beginning to its current state. So what is it like to see something come to fruition through the academy process?
Yeah, no, it's obviously been exciting for seeing someone be given the opportunity, someone that's been on the fields with them for the last 5 years. I've gone through the whole process.
This entire landscape, big picture, coaches that are in your shoes on other clubs, all of you guys kind of in the same boat making this work?
Yeah, Liz, I think USL got a unique opportunity, and I think everyone's kind of using it to their advantage here. We should really push your players from a youth standpoint into that pro environment, and it's definitely a step up, and it's not for everybody. It's an endless opportunity for us to continue to grow.
USL clubs use their academies. Nearly 100 players have achieved academy contracts, opening doors for youth players to achieve their dreams of turning professional.
That controlled by Juve. Juve curls in and bangs it in off the post. Artez Juve, are you serious with that?
Prinks tires in the USL help soccer journeys everywhere to drive harder. From city playgrounds to suburban sidelines, from early mornings to late nights, from fun with friends to winner takes all, from the biggest fan to the biggest heart. And at every turn, Prinks tires will be there for the long haul.
We don't stop chanting, we don't stop drumming,
yelling and screaming and chanting.
Back from the dead in the 90th minute!
We'll follow them wherever, pretty much. That's just the love that we have for our team.
Kids grow up fast. You know when I first started noticing it? When I stopped getting hugs. With Command IQ, I found a way to get the hugs back. Watch.
Dad, the Wi-Fi is down.
Oh, only See if I can fix it.
It's back. Thanks, Dad. You're the best.
With Command IQ, you can bring the hugs back.
Wild Wing is having the time of his life, and the paparazzi all have their phones out just trying to record this epic duck here in Orange County. OCSC 2, Birmingham 2 at the half. All right, let's take a look at news and notes around the USL Championship and beyond. If you don't know Terrence Murphy, that's okay. But he is apparently a great former NFL and Texas A&M wide receiver. Rumor has it he's also now joined the ownership group at Dallas. A Battery lost their opener at home this year and have now won 9 consecutive games at Patriots Point. That's moved them to second in the Eastern Conference. Well, Tulsa, unbeaten in 14, are trailing 6 minutes into second half stoppage time right now to Colorado Springs. Let's take a look at other scores around the championship this evening. In the Eastern Conference, Rhode Island, an enormous win over Charleston, gives Louisville now 4 points of breathing room and the tiebreaker for the Shield. Louisville came from behind after conceding 85 seconds into the match to defeat Indy 11. 14th goal of the year for Bonfilio in Miami, but Loudon scored 3 unanswered after, while the Rowdies come back from a second-minute Charles All goal to win 2-1. Meanwhile, live scores. Switchbacks, Herman, 1-0 over West-leading Tulsa, who may see their 14-game unbeaten streak conclude. Corey Bennett scores twice tonight for Sacramento. Could move into second place over New Mexico. Oakland has grabbed the lead at halftime over Monterey Bay. Well, it is Sacco scoring 7 minutes in for Phoenix to take a lead over El Paso. It is halftime here, and no game in the West has more goals than this one. We're going to show you how it all happened. Birmingham squandered 2 leads. Orange County and Birmingham all square at the break.
At the Pickup Family Neurosciences Institute, we function as a unit. Neurosurgery and neurology, physical medicine and rehab, physical therapy. It's patient-focused, patient-centered care. The future of the neurosciences at Hoag is filled with promise. We are at the cusp of incredible advancements and innovations that are truly going to transform medical care and its delivery. Patients don't just get a doctor when they come to Hoag, they get Team Hoag.
I'm Jay, and as founder of Omega, I understand that as a business owner, you've got a lot in your mind. Let the tax credit ninjas at Omega get you the money. It's rightfully yours. It's not too late to score big on tax credits, but you gotta act fast.
Kids grow up fast. You know when I first started noticing it? When I stopped getting hugs. With Command IQ, I found a way to get the hugs back. Watch.
Dad, the Wi-Fi is down.
Oh, let me see if I can fix it.
It's back. Thanks, Dad. You're the best.
With Command IQ, you can bring the hugs back.
RAV4 hybrid shoppers, listen up. You're paying more and getting less. The all-new Mazda CX-50 hybrid packs the same Toyota trusted hybrid powertrain, but delivers premium performance and more luxury. Why pay RAV4 prices when you get more with the CX-50 hybrid? And while Toyota dealers struggle with inventory, we have CX-50 hybrids in stock now at Tustin Mazda. Better tech, better value. Skip the wait. Buy a Mazda CX-50 hybrid now at Tustin Mazda. Think hybrid, think Mazda.
Once again, the Noah Benardou Foundation wants to remind fans to never drive drunk and get home safely. Fun night thus far in Orange County. It's the kind of night that leads to a lot of gray hairs if these coaches had any hairs to gray. Take a look at the first half highlights. How about a goal inside 3 minutes from Daly?
What a start, and what a time to get your First goal of the season for him. They wanted to bring the intensity. Well, why not in the first 3?
And so Daly, just 11 days into his tenure, bags a goal. Skip ahead to the 24th minute. Nashton Miles, dare I say, what a time to get your first goal of the season.
Yeah, seriously. Right off the first corner kick, a beautiful set piece. He takes just a second to recognize where the goalkeeper was and doesn't give him a chance, heading it into the left side of the net.
Ahead to the 28th minute, it is Ronaldo Damas on the end of this ball from Enzo Martinez.
Look how much space he needed. Not a whole lot. And it's up that left side of the field that they have had so much success in this first half. Credit to Orange County. They did add more players to that side of the pitch at the end of the first half, but you're not stopping Damas right there.
And then in the 41st, Jamison doesn't get the goal, but the goal is his.
Pretty much. They're buying him dinner tonight. The fact that he was able to draw that penalty in the box, it sets up a guy who doesn't miss these opportunities. Ethan Zubak, what an opportunity.
And his 7th this season. Zubak in just 17 games has gotten about 2/3 of the way to his total. Last year, he bagged 11, including the playoffs. And so Orange County comes from behind on 2 separate occasions and are level 2-2. Birmingham are going to make changes going into the second half here tonight and try and take the full allotment here on the road, despite, again, coughing up a pair of chances to potentially run away with this. Lazo and Patterson will enter at the break. These are the first 2 subs of the game, and they're brought to you by MedEquip, turning setbacks into comebacks. End of the night for Hamoda, the 17-year-old defender. And then Sam Mickelhatton, whose name wasn't called all that much in this first half, replaced by Lazo.
Birmingham had to make a change. That Ethan Zubak penalty kick just swung the pendulum in their favor. It really, the momentum is all in Orange County's favor right now. But with the break at halftime, can you carry it now into the second half? I like that Birmingham made some changes, maybe get some fresh legs in here and try to put some pressure on this young Orange County squad.
I remember when Lasso first came in, Mark Briggs told me they moved quickly as soon as he and Jay Heaps had discussed why he wanted him there. He talked about how he can control games out of midfield. We'll see whether or not Lasso can have that kind of impact here tonight. Silla stands over the ball. And there are 3 enormous points. It is one of those moving days in the championship where not a lot of points are dropped. Tulsa is falling. Colorado Springs inches ever closer to the line. The reigning champion who sat in the basement for so much of this season are now breathing down Orange County. Lexington, New Mexico's next. If Orange County wins, they move into what will now be 5th place. There is a ton on the line this evening. And how about a very early card issued to a Birmingham assistant in this half?
Very surprising. We saw Enzo Martinez in on that scuffle, as we saw early on in this match, and a little too much there from the assistant coach.
I believe that was Eric Avila, the former Birmingham player and the assistant to Mark Briggs, who for a time was the interim head coach, up off the bench shouting at the official. Travis, slide into him. It's still on here for the Legion. Hit cross field, Amir Daly. Martinez returns into the pocket. Shashua. And, well, thank goodness the whistle did blow, because Orange County stopped playing. And I think this is Edwin Lasso getting a warning from Corbin May. You only just arrived, but you're not going to do that twice, I guess.
I don't know about that one. That looked like it was all ball to me, but the production Orange County put on to get his attention, I think, is what led to this one being called in their favor.
Yeah, and I think it's one of those things where he comes down with so much downward force with the cleats exposed that if you had left your leg in there, I don't know that you're walking away from that tackle.
That's fair.
So it's more the danger than it is the contact, would be my guess. But that's one of those moments that Orange County players certainly get in the official's face about it all. I both understand that yellow and also think that that was quite a production on Joshua's part. So you can't inhibit the restart, but you also don't see him, I think, step to the ball either. Yellow card goes to Ciota's second in 6 games. Ref's been busier in the first 3 minutes of this half than he was in the entire first 45.
Yeah, can we get back to the football here?
That'd be nice. And some of these tackles start flying around, and I think everyone gets a little bit flighty.
Understandable, especially with the amount of injuries that I am sure they're aware of.
Thomas. Lazo. Float this into the width. Daly navigates, knocked down by Hagart. And that is Zuback holding off Kavita. That allows everyone to get forward for Orange County. Slide to keep it in by Ciota. And driven away by Delgado. You know, I see 2-2 and the way that half went, and you think the coach goes into the locker room and goes, all right, guys, everyone catch your breath. Let's keep our heads. And then we come out, the assistant coach is already in the referee's book and flying tackles. And I don't know if they turn the heat up in there or what, but.
I mean, it was a pretty back and forth first half, too. I mean, when you take a look at the stats, yes, Orange County has the edge in terms of possession rate, but only by about 6%. I mean, this one was back and forth in terms of shots as well. Both squads just trying to prove, look, we belong in the playoffs. Orange County trying to defend at home. Birmingham trying to end a drought.
Ball into the box, flag stayed down. It's gobbled up by Shuttler. Birmingham 4 winless, 1 win in 8. You know, you talk about Tom Sohn. He was the inaugural head coach for the club, 6.5 years, 208 matches in charge, actually left 11 games over 500. But the leash was thin for a guy that is really well known as a player's coach and has quite a lengthy CV in American soccer. Through just 6 games, 5 points in 6 games. Mark Briggs has actually only attained 1 point per game since taking over, 3, 6, and 6 since April the 30th, but trying to institute the culture that they hope will carry forward for Birmingham, one that you get the feeling they felt was in a bit of disrepair by the time that relationship was severed.
And Mike, he told you, I mean, it's very real, the need to get to the playoffs, and he might have a little bit of a longer leash right now with having come in early, but he sees it as, no, I don't. I've got to get this team there.
The fans in Birmingham expect it, and they should. Ball launched over the 6-yard box and pops off Zuback and into the waiting hands of Delgado. And when 8 of 12 teams make the playoffs, you know what? Every team thinks they should make the playoffs, and that's not an outlandish thought either.
Right, as they should.
I don't know what just happened. It's a goal. Ronaldo Thomas out of nothing. What in the world was that? Stunned silence in Orange County. In your life, have you ever seen anything like that? 3-2 Birmingham. Shuttler doesn't even know.
Okay, we say this guy can create, but what do you call this?
Is that
an own goal?
I
think that was an own goal.
That is the best goal of Latinovic's career and the worst.
Oh my gosh. When have you seen that? He can't believe it. We can't believe it.
He just perfectly chipped his own keeper.
And we were ready to give the credit to Damas because that looked like something that he was able to do in the forward progress. Instead, your defender, I don't know what he was thinking in terms of being that far out, looking to clear it with your back to your own net.
Yeah, Brooke, that is not fake defending from Damas, by the way. Just oh my God.
I guess take it in stride if you're Birmingham.
Oh, they've equalized! Guimaraes! They've trailed 3 separate times. They have equalized 3 times. Oh, this game is nuts.
What is happening? Did Birmingham, were they so shocked by that own goal that they forgot to defend? Look at how easy Orange County makes this look. Unmanned in the box. A simple adjustment, a pass in, and a quick touch to the back of the net. I think Birmingham was still stunned. We were still stunned talking about that last own goal. Mike, they got to stop pairing me with you, I think is what this is.
Insanity.
Our first match together, and what is going on?
That goal is presented by Hogue. They do orthopedics. I need a cardiologist, but maybe they can give me a recommendation. 55 minutes in, and it is 3-3. This is not a game for beginners. Just insane. Martinez. I don't have a lot of money in my pockets, but I bet all of it, it doesn't end this way. Ball outside, the cross, Daly, the header, Damas. Couldn't really make contact. That stayed in on the line.
If there's one thing about this match, you can't question the effort of both of these groups.
Big diagonal down to Jamison. Had that run coming out of midfield. Jamison with the tug, allowing Hagart and the rest of the team to get in position, and Jamison picks up a very cheap yellow card.
I mean, but is that a tactical foul with how quickly and direct this has been back and forth? It had to slow down somehow. It's been so chaotic in the last 5 minutes. I know it's not a tactical foul. Obviously, you don't want to show it there in terms of the yellow card, but something had to slow down. We don't have timeouts. We don't in football. We needed a visible timeout, and he just took it on the chin with that yellow card.
Yeah, Bryce just took one for both teams.
Wow.
Did that catch a hand? It's still on here, and there's contact at Tregarthen. Not enough to draw a foul at the edge of the penalty area. Benalcazar. Well, if the last one's a yellow, this one's a yellow, and suddenly Corbin May is acting like Oprah Winfrey. You get a card, you get a card.
So Latinovic is credited with that own goal.
Yeah, and
that's just not something you see from a veteran player like that.
I mean, it's just.
That's just absurd.
You could do that 1,000 times and you'll never place it better. Tiago got the yellow, of course. Hagart's run is usurped by Travis. Wild. Joshua into the smoke. It's a long run for Tiago, but he did get there. There's Martinez. Patterson, who so often is alongside Kavita in that back line, reunited by way of halftime sub. Zubak pushed off the ball by Joshua. Whistle against Tregarthen.
Seems like Birmingham has at least settled the nerves of what we don't really know how to describe as just a crazy match that we couldn't have predicted. Birmingham getting back to possession. Orange County still playing pretty direct, but it's anybody's match.
Let's go, OC, let's go!
There have been 7 shots on target in this game and 6 goals. We're going to look back at the end of the season and say this was the weirdest match of the bunch.
Absolutely. Now, who comes out on top?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it? Thomas. Thomas got chopped down. If you're Orange County, this is some kind of respite, and Benalcazar trying to play between lines. Went into Cameron Dunbar, who's come onto the game for Orange County. Saw the sub board go up after that 3rd equalizing goal. Dunbar replaced Ciota a few moments ago. This ball launched through the area, kept away from an on-rushing Travis. Pressure from Joshua. Travis taps inside. Tregarthen. Martinez. Daly navigates in front. It is 4-3. This is just a never-ending back and forth. Birmingham leads for a 4th time tonight.
I think it was just a matter of time on that last sequence for Birmingham. They did such a great job at possessing and wearing down Orange County in these last few minutes, and it pays off in the box, a great service in, and a finish in traffic to put that one in the back of the net for our seventh goal of the match with plenty of time left.
Tregarthen's 3rd of the season, right in front of the county line coalition.
He's been one of the unsung heroes in terms of pressing with the rest of their forwards. He's someone who has showed up in these last few matches and doesn't allow Damas to just run by himself. You see him often not fake defending, getting in on that high press when he sees Damas go. And he had a lot of high praise from his head coach on the call this week, from Mark Briggs, saying he's just been really pleased with how he's come along.
They tracked him in League Two at Asheville City, where he was a Division Player of the Year. They love him off the dribble. Came out of Lindsey Wilson, which is a really great NAIA program. And Tregarthen has bagged his 3rd goal this season, and Birmingham will try for a 4th time tonight to hold a lead.
You love to see a player like that who hustles. When you're down, he doesn't care. He's going to hustle 90 minutes, and to pay off in that way is big.
Off the hindquarters of Damas. Sometimes you think you can bring your game in a briefcase and know what's going to happen. That is not this game. Guimaraes scored the most recent equalizer in the 54th, which was 2 minutes after the wonder own goal from Latinovic in the 52nd.
Nothing would surprise us at this point in this match.
Nope. Lazo leans it back, sent out to touch. So, Daly in the 3rd, first for the club, 11 days after signing. Ashton Miles, the local kid, bags a header off a corner in the 24th. So Damas, the former Orange County hero, becomes the villain, scores in the 28th. Zubak, after Jameson, wins a tremendous penalty, ties it right before the half. Latinovic scores the goal of his life against himself. Then Guimaraes equalizes less than 2 minutes later. Tregarthen in the 62nd, and somehow we're here.
We're going to have to carve out time for this game package at the end of this one, showing every goal.
Yeah, this, unfortunately, whatever programming is following us tonight is going to have to take the back seat.
Absolutely.
Dogman plows to earth. This is a good move by Hagart. Hagart! Oh my God, it's 4 goals to 4. That is a stunner from Chris Hagart. And this is the game of the season in the USL Championship.
Chris Hagart recognized that loose ball from Enzo Martinez, a dangerous ball in the middle of the field, and he punishes them for that mistake. Into the lower right 90. We've had 8 goals. Buckle up, everybody. We're not done.
We're not done. 66th minute. That lead lasted for 4 minutes. Oh, wow. His 3rd of the year. And Hogue is getting their money's worth tonight. A 4th Orange County goal brought to you by Hogue.
And look at Hagart trying to organize his group. Nobody's tired on the pitch right now, by the way. This is one you get up for.
Mm-hmm. There comes a point in games like this where you realize it's bigger than you now. There is 12 teams that have already finished their games tonight before this started. And another 6, I believe, that are already done. And they are all now turning this on because their social media is exploding. Because there's 23 minutes to play. 2 teams fighting right around the playoff line. And somehow Birmingham has conceded 4 separate times with a lead tonight and could still walk away with a point, and maybe more. It's a decent touch to bring it inside. Joshua leading. The slide dispossesses, and a free kick won by Orange County.
And it's Hagar firing up the crowd, as he should. What a night for anybody that is in attendance there in Orange County. He scored the latest goal. And to be honest with you, aside from the own goal, which was a tough goal to make, even as an own goal, everything has been upper 90, super challenging, low percentage. Everything's been so crisp in terms of goal scoring tonight. It's not like there's an open net with catching the goalkeeper out.
Yeah.
I mean, you think about it, the one time we were saying Orange County could have caught the goalkeeper off the line. It didn't. That was not one of the 8 goals. Everyone has been fought for.
Yeah, true story. One more goal, and I'll say this is the best game I've ever seen in the championship. We're getting there. Thomas leads outside. Silla, Hagart, Jamison. Ball lofted into the air, punched away by Delgado. People in Birmingham are waking their neighbors. That's where we're at, I think, now. Morgan Copes has been around this block with Birmingham for such a long time. He tweets about this game, and Birmingham Legion just retweeted and said the Pac-12 died for this. Yeah, that's about right. Pac-12 After Dark has nothing on this.
Nope, Championship After Dark is the, if you're not tuned in right now, you've got about 20, maybe 25 minutes left on the pitch to lock into this one with us.
Oh, man. So Roberto Molina has come back to Orange County, got announced this week. He's going to replace Silla, who's run about 3 marathons tonight. Molina, the UC Irvine player, 3 appearances on the season already. Subs are brought to you by MedEquip, turning setbacks into comebacks. Jamison's night is done. And it is Gavin Karam, the 18-year-old Orange County Academy captain, entering for his 2nd appearance. And Danny Stone looks down his bench, and he's bringing a guy that has only just re-signed with the team and another fresh out of the academy.
Credit to Orange County, they've answered all 4. Every time they've answered Birmingham. They've got to find a way to lock in here. Whoever walks out of this one with the win, this one stands for something. It might not be in terms of where you want to be season-wise, but this is bragging rights. Absolutely, at this point. Obviously, both teams still fighting for a great playoff position, but what you can remember about this match is awesome.
Hagart leaning this outside. Ball chipped across. And maybe everyone's got a little too much juice now. That's Molina, who just came into the game. with fresh legs and probably enough adrenaline to cause significant health problems. You can check out the new arrivals for the 2025 season. Those CSC gear. This week's new arrival features the Back to Blue collection, a royal blue and orange scarf, and fan favorites, Sportique Ultra Cozy hoodies and t-shirts. OCSCshop.com. By the way, Morgan Copes, I mentioned him earlier. He was the co-founder of the Birmingham Hammers, or as I like to call them, just the Birminghamers. Anywho, that led eventually to the Legion. Was a VP at the beginning of the Legion organization. He's gone on to do some commentating as well. So when he's sitting here saying what is happening, he's basically, I think, speaking for all of Birmingham in doing so. Mark Briggs just received a yellow card, which could be for a multitude of things. And Birmingham brings it up across the halfway line once more. Orange County has been a part of every season of the modern era of the USL Championship, and I think even the fans who've been here from the beginning are probably thinking similar to us, to Morgan. That's a tug and a half from Molina, and he's going to eat a yellow card for it, and everyone's going to walk out of here on the referee's match report.
That's a dangerous spot to commit the foul as well, when you recognize where they're at in Orange County's half. I don't think that was necessary. You had two defenders behind you that could have picked him up.
Travis, Joshua, Enzo Martinez. It's a elongated give and go. Lazo, shucked ahead by Thiago. Martinez sent that ball to Los Angeles.
It's been sideline to sideline, though, for Birmingham, again, trying to wear out Orange County as they try to bring fresh legs off the bench. They want to continue to maintain and wait for just one mistake from Orange County as they're defending. And Birmingham has found a way. Obviously, have found the back of the net 4 times. The last one coming off of a great possession sequence.
Danny Stone admitted it to us a couple weeks ago. You just have to take the game one at a time. The swings in this league right now are insane. And even in this game, you've had to take it minute by minute. Huge results, including Colorado Springs defeating Tulsa. Ball rolled ahead. Zubac chips it back over. Molina hits the cross. And there's still 15 minutes for this game to take another switch back tonight. Enormous results tonight. Colorado Springs moving into a tie at the playoff line. New Mexico hanging on to 8th. Orange County, even at this result, would move into 6th. With a win, they would move into 5th. And then you've got a Birmingham team. With this result, they sit in 11th, but if they win, they move as high as 9th tonight. And then just 1 point behind Rhode Island for the last playoff position. Enormous points hang in the balance. Meanwhile, Louisville earlier tonight expanded their Shield lead to 4 points over Charleston with 8 games to go. Hartford bounced up to 5th with their come-from-behind win. They trailed with 5 minutes left and won the game. two teams coughed up second-minute leads and lost. Unhinged evening. Defensive header leads back into the corner, scooped up by Hagart, the most recent equalizer. And this ball hit right at Delgado.
And it feels like at any moment something can happen, right? How quickly it has changed, been back and forth throughout this match. Both squads have slowed it way down in terms of trying to get their breath back under them after it was pretty chaotic for pretty much the majority of this match, with the own goal. I think that's what started it, and then it was really, really back and forth. Now you've seen both teams settle in. At this point, it's who's going to make the mistake first and who will punish.
Ball laced across beyond Ronaldo Damas. Ball into Damas again. That from Travis in a dangerous position. It did take a flick from Orange County. And a set piece to defend for the home side. Keep your eyes peeled on number 3. Kavita can certainly get up. Patterson can as well. The two center backs. That is Shuttler getting a piece, a corner to defend from the other side. Exhaustion. There's not enough liquid courage on the planet that could have prepared you for this. Short corner, there's the return. Navigating for just a glimmer of space, ball in front, Shuttler lost it, and it's booted into the stands. It's the Labor Day Beer Fest tonight, and in a game that's properly drunk, this goes up above the bar.
What a great flick on to the back post. Catches the goalkeeper far out, unable to get a second chance on it, and that's how we all feel right there. That's it. What's happening? What are we doing?
I feel you, dude. This is live. Birmingham, 2 more points. And there they are beside Indy. And then they look forward to a game at Tulsa on Saturday. They host Tampa Bay on a Wednesday at 11:30 a.m. And then they do go to Indy on Sunday, September 21st. Game that'll be on national TV on CBS Sports Network.
I can hear Mark Briggs saying, can we just worry about this one right now? He is probably so stressed out with trying to figure out, okay, how do we approach this? What numbers do we put in? We want to save legs. Do we want to, how do you break this one apart in terms of tactically? We know that they like to build up through the spine of their lineup. They've used more of the corners of the field in this last few possessions. Orange County's got to make something happen here.
Some would argue this game left tactics in the dust like an hour ago.
Yes. Imagine trying to get back to it, which is what they are trying to do right now, trying to communicate that on the pitch.
Yeah, you had it right about 10 minutes ago. It looked like the game had finally taken a breath. Pounded forward by Patterson. Knotted centrally where Karam picks it up. Now Latinovic, who on a Birmingham broadcast tonight would probably be named the player of the match for his goal. Alas. Little room to run into. Shashua attempted to give and go down in the corner. That's well defended. overflow in the supporters section tonight.
Look at this crowd on hand. Who would have thought that this is the result they would have been getting tonight?
Capacity is officially 5,000. 10,000 will say they were here. It's quite a job by Haggard to keep that in play. Allow Orange County to take possession inside the final 10 minutes in a game that both deserves and definitely doesn't deserve a winner. Dunbar. The hop step, Travis intervenes, on loan in from Colorado Rapids in the last couple of days, and being thrust into this somehow. Travis, a guy they're pretty high on. A couple of really unfortunate injuries as he works his way into the Rapids more consistently. He gets the chance to move closer to home. He's a Mississippi native. This is Lazo, who's gone into the book. He got warned, what, 2 minutes into the half for that flying two-footed tackle that ultimately did get the ball, but was dangerous to say the least.
Taking another look at that one, it just looked like his foot clipped his own foot instead of getting a strike on the ball. He is still down in pain right now, as you were just mentioning injuries that he's dealt with.
Lazo, by the way, 9 yellow cards in 14 games.
Yikes. There seems like there's 19 right now in this match.
Well, don't make me count. Well, 2 have gone to the Birmingham bench. Suarez, Martinez, and then that one as well. Jamison, Benalcazar, and Ciota, who came off earlier in the game. Molina got 1 as a substitute. So if I'm counting right, we're at 10, including the bench.
Close.
Yeah, yep. There's still time. It's Haggard. It's knocked down. Turning shot gets immediately rejected back out toward the near touchline. Haggard wanted to move quickly, but a Birmingham sub will somehow add an even more chaotic element. Jake Roof coming in, a bit of stability, and Preston Tabordi Taka, who could simply light this candle with 5 minutes to play.
He's somebody that provides great effort up the left side of the field too, which, if we can think back to the beginning of this match, within the first 5-6 minutes, that's where Birmingham was able to find success.
Enzo Martinez is done. Sebastian Tregarthen, who scored in the 62nd minute, is off. Subs brought to you by Metaquip, turning setbacks into comebacks. The only thing that could cause Damas to sit down was tying his shoe, and that allows Orange County perhaps to keep possession here. I intrinsically knew there was another goal to be had at 3-3. I don't know that there's another left at 4-4, but I think we're about to find out.
I think it will happen.
Call it.
I was wondering why Haggard, though, of course, he's so good at delivering balls in on those set pieces, but because he's so strong in the air, why they didn't use him inside the box on that last set piece. He's such a great, beautiful bend on the ball in terms of his delivery on those set pieces, but he's just so dangerous in the box.
Option to contemplate in the game's now dying embers. For the end of August, it's a relatively hot and humid night in Irvine. Temperatures were in the low 80s at kickoff. They've dipped to 77 now. Birmingham players are going 77, 53% humidity. Is this the winter? But it is the kind of night that once you've run this much and given this much, just wonder how much petrol's left.
They wanted to bring intensity.
They did.
They wanted to bring consistency.
They didn't.
We'll see what happens here, but I think Birmingham, based on the possession and wearing Orange County down, they're gonna have a chance.
Dogman did well. This ball falls in front. Shuttler came out, and now Shuttler takes it on his knees.
And that was probably the best opportunity we've seen from Birmingham in these last few possessions. It's slowed down a ton in this one in terms of both teams not being as direct, as chaotic. I think that's a credit to both coaches with just slowing things down, adding new faces in to try to get back to some sort of tactical approach, which you could throw out essentially with the way this one has gone. But in these last few minutes and however much stoppage time you get is when you dig in and you get back to those things that you do well.
There'll be a decent amount of it. Mohamedou War is waiting to come in for Orange County. Somehow there is another attacking sub to be made.
How are their bodies left?
Yeah, that's a very fair point.
So many injuries for both squads heading into this one, let alone the amount of subs that have been made tonight.
So it'll be Centennial coming in for Birmingham. It'll be War entering the battle for Orange County. And be up to that man, the fourth official, to decide just how much time they have to make an impact. Ethan Zubak scored a penalty in the 43rd. That is 5 goals in 7 games for him. Subs brought to you by MetaQuip, turning setbacks into comebacks. That's it sub-wise for Orange County. They've utilized all their windows now, I think. And Daly scores in his 2nd game for the club. Comes out replaced like for like by Eric Centennial. And that is the end of the line for Birmingham.
You have to imagine something's being set up too for Damas, who we haven't seen him get involved in a lot of these moments forward just yet.
Free kick. And the soccer gods, their unending wisdom, have offered 4 minutes of Zulfagari Law, 2nd half stoppage time.
That's it?
That's all. Ooh. It's not a bad idea from Shashua either, but the referee had not signaled for play to begin again. Joshua. And that's a letdown. A minute has elapsed. Fans are going to talk about that night in Irvine for a while. Is there a 9th goal? By now, you would hardly say it's surely the winner, but you'd have to think it would be. That's a loose touch from War. Joshua fouled.
That's a gift right here for Birmingham. You don't have to build out of the back here. Come up with one of your best set pieces that you work on each week that's clinical and just put it away.
And if you do that, it is they won't need a plane to fly home. They'll just float. Joshua, when he arrived, said, "I'm looking forward to the loan, getting games week in and week out." Fallen out of favor in a very competitive Minnesota United squad. Former Tottenham Academy player, knows all about conceding leads then, I guess. This ball across is caught by Shuttler, as sure-handed as he's been tonight. And he launches this ball forward and into the attack. Brilliant distribution. Dunbar brings it in. Brings it ahead now. The referee brings it back. Was going to allow it to play. There's nothing to play with. It's a yellow card to Jake Roof.
Taking another look at this foul here. I think it should have happened, but the fact that it kind of just happened on its own, a little bit by accident. I mean, they were in progress motion, a lot of numbers forward for Orange County. Birmingham had to lay out in some form or fashion to stop it there. Meanwhile, Birmingham gave themselves the best chance they could on that last set piece.
Yeah. By the way, I miscounted. We are at 9 cards, including the coaches, if I'm doing it right now. Well, we're down to the final seconds, and we have a chance to see one of those seminal moments of the season right here. Orange County is trailed on 4 separate occasions and equalized each time. They conceded in the first 3 minutes of this game, and they have a chance to potentially win it with a set piece right here. Corbin May is reminding everybody what the rules are. You know he'd like nothing less than having to blow the whistle here. And does Chris Hagart have that one incisive moment that could decide the game? Could there really be a winner now? Hagart, it is wide. Appeals that took a deflection. It did not. And the game of the season ends 4-4.
Taking a look at this one, that bend on the ball that Hagart has, I mean, that could have found its way into the back of the net on its own. No Orange County players were able to get a foot, a knee, an arm, any piece of the body on that one, and it would have been opened. As you saw, the goalkeeper was caught out. The 19-year-old Fernando Delgado. That could have been it for Orange County, but there were plenty of moments for both Birmingham and Orange County to add what would have been the 9th goal tonight.
Literally saw the shadow of the ball cross over the goalpost. It was that close. And that is the most unhinged game of the year. The Moss Plus by Messi, man of the match. Chris Hagart, in the end, secures a point with a heck of a goal in the 66th minute and nearly scored a winner he'd be telling his grandkids about right at the death.
That's why you want him on those set pieces. You see just the skill and the touch he has in terms of being able to bend the ball and be creative. Goalkeepers can't plan for that. They don't know what he's going to do, which is very hard to scout and defend, and that's why he is in on those set pieces every time. Heck of a match for him too in terms of the build-up and what he has done in this one tonight.
The players are exhausted. The fans are exhausted. The broadcasters are exhausted. It finishes 4-4. F3 Energy provides the full-time score, which is in no way a typo. Orange County 4, Birmingham 4. A 38-minute long highlight package is coming up after the break.
At the Pickup Family Neurosciences Institute, we function as a unit. Neurosurgery and neurology, physical medicine and rehab, physical therapy. It's patient-focused, patient-centered care. The future of the neurosciences at Hoag is filled with promise. We are at the cusp of incredible advancements and innovations that are truly going to transform medical care and its delivery. Patients don't just get a doctor when they come to Hoag, they get Team Hoag.
I'm Jay, and as founder of Omega, I understand that as a business owner, you've got a lot in your mind. Let the tax credit ninjas at Omega get you the money. That's rightfully yours. It's not too late to score big on tax credits, but you gotta act fast.
Kids grow up fast. You know when I first started noticing it? When I stopped getting hugs. With Command IQ, I found a way to get the hugs back. Watch.
Dad, the Wi-Fi is down.
Oh, let me see if I can fix it.
It's back. Thanks, Dad. You're the best.
With Command IQ, you can bring the hugs back.
You could have been anywhere tonight. You were here somehow, and Orange County takes a point somehow, and Birmingham drops 2 points. F3 Energy provides a 4-4 scoreline. And we could spend hours dissecting this game, but we're going to try our best in a bit of time. The full-time highlights are brought to you by Omega Accounting. They start when the sun was out, and we still had our sanity. 3 minutes in, it's daily.
They wanted to bring intensity, and they absolutely did that. Within the first 3 minutes, little did we know what was to come.
Skip ahead 21 minutes later, and wouldn't you know it, Orange County equalizes.
A beautiful header goal there. The recognition to see, it was off the first corner for Orange County, recognizing where the goalkeeper was and putting it in that back left corner.
And we still have miles to go after the Ashton goal, because just 4 minutes later, Birmingham would take the lead. Ronaldo Damas.
That's all he needs, just that little bit of separation, and he turned and was very aware of where the net was at, and it just in an acrobatic way like he usually does, finds the back of the net.
So in the 41st minute, a former young, exciting attacking talent for Orange County scores. So how about the new one ends up bagging a penalty?
Unbelievable effort, too, to bring that one back and causing the center backs to foul in the box, and then it gives an opportunity for Zubak to put it away, and then this is when things got weird.
So, yeah, that's right. How about we skip ahead to the 52nd? Vuklatinovic keeping this away from Damas. Lob Shuttler.
We didn't even know what to say here, so much so that by the time the next goal came, we were still trying to figure out if it was an own goal or if this was Dumas doing Dumas things.
Guimaraes in the 54th would equalize less than 2 minutes later.
Unbelievable there, and then just the patience to find the open corner and just plug it in away from where the goalkeeper was going.
So Orange County's equalized the third time, so naturally they're going to cough it up a fourth time. Sebastian Vergarthen in the 62nd minute.
Here we see the patience, a great touch forward, and then in traffic, finishing here off the right foot, bending that one in.
And 4 minutes later, Chris Hagard, 4-4.
That's a mistake Enzo knows he cannot make, and Orange County punishes.
Called 500 championship games. I've never seen anything like this. The full-time stats are brought to you by Hoag. This was your first championship game, and this gives you a chance for your final thoughts on this nut house.
It's exactly what it says, right down the middle. You see the possession there. It was so back and forth, the same amount of corners, no offsides, 4 yellow cards afforded on either side, 4 goals on either side. Just a wild night in California. You had to be there.
Birmingham could have finished the night in 9th. They finish in 11th. Orange County could have finished in 5th, and it appears they'll settle for 6th place. Woo! Boy, howdy, that was something. You're never going anywhere, Brooke. F3 Energy provides the final score tonight. Orange County 4 and Birmingham 4. For Brooke Kirchhofer and our entire team in Irvine and beyond, Mike Watts saying thanks for watching. Orange County trails 4 times. Birmingham leads 4 times. And it finishes 4-4 to split the points.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the express written consent of the United Soccer League.